Friday night. Friday night is cool.
Thank God it's
This is the best day of my life.
Just got Friday. Oh yeah. Friday night.
Friday, I'm in love.
We got to do something. Absolutely. You know what we got to do?
What are you gonna do?
We're going to go out and party.
for the first time in my life. I feel like there's
Talk Radio.
On the center said.
And live. Cave Crew Radio.
Cave Crew Radio.
Cave Crew Radio, Endless Summer Beach Party, ladies and gentlemen. I would safely say we've probably reached the halfway point as we go through our summer festivities. My name is DK. Big B is with me, as well as AFKA.
Hi there.
Formerly known as.
Good evening.
And we've got a big show ahead for you, ladies and gentlemen. We have the return of Mike Jolitz reads the news. We have a very special, believe it or what, where Big B and AFKA decided they wanted to challenge each other in music. And it's going to be really cool the way we have things set up. 3 different categories they can choose from during that. We also, Big B has his news and, of course, the epicenters and a very big announcement on the show as well. And I'm on vacation, so I'm in a great mood. I don't have to work for like 9 days. I feel like I feel like AFKA.
So I understand, you're going to the Blue Mountain region.
Right.
Are you coming back with pottery for me? That's all I care about.
Well, I did some research on that for you, actually. I was going to tell you later, but I can tell you now. It's actually a Scandinavian art, if you Wikipedia it, and it did originate in Blue Mountain, Collingwood area, Ontario, but I'm not sure if they're open anymore, which is hence why they're collectibles. But if when we're wandering around the villages and I see a shop, I will definitely pick you up a piece of Blue Mountain pottery.
I will pay for it. I will pay for shipping.
You don't have to. It would be a gift. I'm just not guaranteeing, but I'm keeping an eye out.
I appreciate that because, I've been asking certain other people for pieces of Blue Mountain pottery that they run into every single week, and nothing has arrived at my house.
You're dealing with a guy that only buys dinner with coupons. So,
I have to say that I've just checked my local auction site, and I've got 4 pieces, 6 pieces within 5 miles of my house of Blue Mountain.
Well, maybe you could place one in the cabin.
Ooh, I could. I might need to just follow the search until something appropriate comes up.
What are the prices like?
Oh, it's like £20 is the maximum to £10. That's
not too bad. That's not too bad.
That's the local ones.
It's not like Royal Dalton's. It's actually a very cheap collector's item. Hello, Mike Jolitz, by the way. he will be coming up on the show in a little while on the on air show.
Excellent.
I'm sure Blue Mountain Pottery is not the most collectible thing on this planet at all. It's probably one of the least. But I want a piece because we've been talking about it for months now.
Well, I'm same as you. It's like it's nowhere near as rare as a Choo Choo Stew collectible coffee mug.
Absolutely not.
And that's another thing I do not have. I do not have a Choo Choo Stew collectible mug.
I do.
Which one I get first? A Choo Choo Stew collectible mug or a piece of Blue Mountain Pottery?
I don't even know if Choo Choo Stew could find a Choo Choo Stew collectible mug.
Hey.
Oh, he may. Okay, he's going for a walk, and I don't know
if he gets it. We're not on video, so I can't.
Oh, you can't see it. Oh.
Yeah. So
but
maybe,
I've got it. I've still got. I did wonder for a minute where it was, but I found it.
So Stu has one, and I have one. The Big B. There's all the stuff on the on our. I don't have the link handy, but if you go to the webpage, cavecrewradio.com, there's still a lot of Choo Choo Stew t-shirts. You can get them in phone cases. You can get notebooks. You can get pillow covers.
But I don't mean to cut you off, but here's the question. It is not about Choo Choo Stew. If you read carefully, they're asking for Choo Choo Sue.
Oh. Well, and there is not anything at present. If you listened last week, we're under a little bit of leverage against us at the moment. And more of that to come in about 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But the good news is last week, Big B, we didn't get into a lot of the past, which we weren't supposed to talk about.
We're not allowed.
We did really good with that. And tonight is going to be more like a normal show. So if AFKA Stu slips during one of the stories or something, that's his own fault.
We are not liable for that.
We're not liable.
You're not liable for me slipping, but I won't slip, but you will.
No, we were awesome last week. We were so infatuated by your running and I can't wait. When we go live, you do have to be the epicenter of personal trainers and allowed to eat carbs now. I must hear of that when it gets to your epicenter.
Well, we'll go for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's current. It's not past.
And for Mike Jolitz, before I won't say it on air as such, but there is some Choo Choo Sue artifacts available.
Well, there is. Okay.
Yeah, there is the frock that I was wearing that night. I think it was. There's used panties. There's all sorts. There's a whole industry behind it.
It's from his own private collection.
I thought the wig became a scarecrow, as in that picture up on the screen.
Well, the wig did, but the clothing didn't.
Oh, okay, good. And they're wondering if you're allowed to name the show this week.
Am I allowed to name the show?
Well,
yes. Last week you were not allowed, apparently.
Oh, right.
According to the messages from your lawyers, you were not allowed to name the show.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's fine by me. I don't mind, but I can chip in. If I decide to chip in, I can go ahead of my lawyers and do what I want, basically.
I'm probably the only one that is really pumped up because you guys pick music, and there's no excuse, there's no debates, there's no gray area in Believe It or What tonight.
Well, there is.
It depends on what the question is.
There's always a gray area.
There's always a gray area.
With you two, there always is. So anyway, I'm going to close this stuff down, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to see us on camera, and we're going to have some fun tonight. Hang on one second. I'm going to turn the radio on, and we're going to go live. And I forgot to make that announcement. But anyway, and I've got an update on the intro. But here we go. Here's the intro. And I hit the wrong button.
Air traffic control, bring in New York. Roger that. Bring in Canada. 10-4. Gentlemen, we have liftoff.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warning, Will Robinson. This program contains bad words.
Use caution. If easily offended,
Enter
at your own risk.
Things are starting to get weird in here.
really weird.
It's the Big B and DK on Cave Crew Radio.
Cave Crew Radio.
Listen to us now at cavecrewradio.com.
There was a time when the world turned their back on men. Men with a dream and savage yearning within them. Legions compelled by passion that knows no boundary. A consuming flame that defies plausible explanation. Battling the forces of domestication, they find the courage to band together to experience the awesome power of being men.
I say this with all due respect.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Tonight's broadcast of the Masculine Feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am.
Gotta go to a place like a shot and a beer, steak, man. Saying we can stop, get pancakes, and then we'll get laid, all right?
Why do you drink ice cold beer on a hot day?
Mr. Clement, what else are you going to do with it?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
The Yankees are champions of baseball. It's a power goal.
This is Cave Crew Radio.
We now interrupt this regularly scheduled broadcast with the following important announcement. My name is Angus McDooley. From this day, the 23rd of July in the Lord's year 2021, Cave Crew Radio, all its characters, segments, podcasts, past and present, and all future broadcasts are now sole property and under blanket copyright of Buckland & Buckland Barristers and Solicitors. By appeal to the Queen, the Empire, and all the Commonwealths, and under the Copyright Designs and Patents Act 1988 and the International Copyright Law 1891 of the United States of America. From this day forward and forevermore, this is a production of Buckland & Buckland, Barristers and Solicitors, without malice, prejudice, or predisposition. My name is Angus McDooley. Now on with the show.
This is a production of Buckland & Buckland, Barristers and Solicitors.
Well, I don't know what you did to us, Stu. He's not even there. He ran with his tail between the legs. This is normally the time when I say My name is DK. I am live in my cave in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. We are live on Cave Crew Radio. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. And we are available wherever podcasts are found. But we are now apparently, Big B, property of Buckland and Buckland barristers and solicitors.
I heard the announcement. I believe just from the announcement from the young Angus McDooley, I believe there is a loophole.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
During the major announcement, Angus McDooley distinctly announced the day of today, July 23rd, but he announced the year as 20,021. And we are in the year 2021. So they may have future dated their production rights to the year 20,021.
Which we will no longer be around or collecting royalties.
Correct.
And this may need to be brought in future episodes up to the highest court of urine stench, which, of course, as Big B, as the elect of President of the United States, we do not recognize anything in the current world.
Correct. So this will undoubtedly now go through litigation and will ultimately wind up, I'm sure, in the highest court of urine stench alley.
I can't wait. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, while all this is going on, as long as they don't mute my microphone and Angus McDooley or whatever the fuck his name is doesn't pop in again, I would like to welcome to the show my co-host of several years under sole proprietorship, or I guess partnership it would be. He is Sir Big B, the Duke of P, Angus McDooley, as knighted by the Queen of New York. He is also the self-proclaimed President of the United States. Be careful where you pick your fights, McDooley. And, of course, always the epicenter of something, Sir Big B.
Yes, live from Queens, New York, I am Sir Big B, your president-elect of the United States of America. And as always, the epicenter of something. And this week, I am the epicenter of everything eBay sales.
Oh, that's not what I was hoping for.
Oh, what were you hoping for?
The second smoker.
This is the second smoker.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I jumped the gun, ladies and gentlemen. Never jump the gun on your co-host.
He's ruined the surprise.
All right.
Well, not the surprise, the story. So anyway, you score at home. They know that I went through, I bought a smoker from Walmart. They lost the original one. I called them, got a replacement. That was supposedly shipped, but then suddenly the one that they lost arrived at my house. And I've been using it. It comes out great. Now, the second one, the replacement one, was shipped, and it arrived at my house 3 days ago.
Now,
so now
you also have to update us to a possible commission to Jane from Mumbai, who you treated terribly, and also the neighbor who was supposedly going to purchase this from you at a bargain basement price.
Right. So Jane from Mumbai can go screw. I could care less about Jane from Mumbai.
I am going to raise a petition, whatever it takes. We have to take care of Jane from Mumbai. It cost you like $1. That would probably feed her family for 6 months.
I'm good. You can raise money for Jane from Mumbai. I've had enough of Jane from Mumbai. So I got the second smoker. The second smoker that was the replacement of the one that they lost that I received is now sitting in my backyard. It came about 3 days ago, and I was already in talks with my neighbor to possibly purchase. He was on the fence, as we discussed. He ultimately decided not to purchase the smoker. So I went out this past weekend. I knew it was coming. I have the tracking. I bought a dolly. I didn't have one, so I bought a dolly. So when the smoker was delivered, the guy helped me put it on the dolly. So now it's mobile.
So now you're this is a big project. You've gone out and bought a dolly now. You said dolly again, unless you move to Kentucky.
Well, yeah, the purpose is, eventually I will move to Kentucky and I can use the dolly again. But for right now, it's a giant, huge box that weighs 230 pounds. I can't move that around. So I bought a dolly knowing that it may sit here for a while so I can move it. So once I found out that that my neighbor is not going to buy the smoker, I decided I would put it up on eBay. And on eBay, you can do local pickup. So that's what I did, because I'm not going to ship it anywhere. It'd be ridiculous. And I don't have the ability to bring it anywhere. I don't have a vehicle big enough. So I put it on eBay for local pickup. I priced it at a very, very good price, way below retail. So it gets hits and views and interest. So the day I put it up, just mere hours after I put it up, I started getting questions from one guy. What are the dimensions of it? How much does it weigh? Blah, blah, blah. Then he started getting into, well, why do you want to get rid of it? And so forth. I guess he's trying to feel me out to make sure it's not a scam.
Hibachi.
Huh?
He needs to buy an hibachi. This is far beyond him.
I had a feeling from the first question that he wasn't going to buy it, but I played along because, hey, you never know. So I asked, where are you located? Knowing that this is a local pickup in my area. I said, where are you located? He comes back and he says, I'm in Erie, Pennsylvania, but I'm working in Indianapolis until the 27th. Would you be able to hold it for me until I get back in the area on the 27th? To which I responded, you do realize I'm in New York, correct?
Right. Erie, Pennsylvania is close to Buffalo.
And that's where I'm going.
Okay.
So Erie, Pennsylvania, he says. He lives in Erie, Pennsylvania. I said, you do realize I'm in New York. He responds back and says, yeah, I know. It says New York. It says Ridgewood, New York, which is my area.
Right.
That's just west of Buffalo, he said. I went back to him. I said, I am nowhere near Buffalo. I'm in Queens. Ridgewood is in Queens.
That's as close as San Antonio is to Wichita.
Correct. To which he responded, now, apparently he knows better than me where I live. He responded, he says, the point is moot because I'm not driving to Queens to pick it up, and Ridgewood is in Buffalo. And then he stopped messaging me. So he knows better where I live than apparently I do. I tried to look up Ridgewood, Buffalo, and the only thing I found was a Ridgewood Boulevard.
Well, that's where he thinks you are.
I guess, but on the eBay listing, it lists my zip code. So all you have to do is look up the zip code, and it'll show you that I'm in Ridgewood, Queens. It's Ridgewood, Glendale shares the same zip code. It's the same area. So I'm Ridgewood, Queens. It's easy to look up, but this person knows better than me where I live. Then I got the next day, I'm doing my work, and all of a sudden my phone pings. You have a bid. I said, oh, shit. Somebody bid on the smoker. I'm going to sell it. I can't wait. I get a message maybe 10 minutes later. I'm sorry. I just now read that it's for local pickup in New York. I'm in Ohio. Can I retract my bid?
There is no interest in your area. You are going to have to suck this shipping up. Just put a stamp on it and send it to work with Mrs. B.
Have her cart it onto the subway.
Yes, and have her put a stamp on it and tell her boss there's a lot of bubble wrap inside. It's simply seeds going to the UK.
That's right. That's all it is. It's 230 pounds of seeds.
Yeah.
So that bid was retracted. So I'm watching it now. There are 2 watchers on it because you can have views, watchers, and bids. I have over 100 views so far. I have 2 watchers and 0 bids.
See, this could be, you may need to have your neighbor over, show him what it does, make something on it, and say, look, I'm willing to cut my losses and Jane from Mubai's commission and give you another $20 off.
Oh, 20 whole dollars. That's very generous.
Right. Well, you're as Jew as they come, so I don't expect much else. Anyway, bring our guest in and we can continue chatting about this. He might have maybe he wants it.
And I was going to ask, maybe our friend from England has a conversion, electric plug-in conversion, and will be willing to take the smoker off my hands. I do believe AFKA is there because I can't use the other word. Is AFKA with us?
AFKA.
Yeah, it's AFKA here. Good evening, gentlemen.
Can I ask you a question before you get into anything? You keep leaving. Do you have the runs?
No, I had to pop to the corner of the cabin. I had some personal business to attend to.
Water the lilies. Okay, I got you. Anyway, carry on, AFKA.
Yeah, with the eBay, obviously your starting price is quite important. You could, if you've got it at the back of your garage and it's stored out of the way, I would say to you, put a price on that you want for it. Do it as buy it now, and just forget about it until someone buys it. But
well, I have it retails for a certain dollar amount. I have it starting bid $200 less than the retail price. And then I also have a buy it now price, and eBay kind of dictates that because you can't. eBay forces you to do 30% above your starting bid as a buy.
Yeah. No, I agree, but I think you have to. If it was mine, I would sell it at a price of 3/4 of the asking price of what you had to pay for it or what you didn't pay for it.
Why don't you just put it on Craigslist?
But and also I would dictate in the description where it is. I would start off, this item is only for collection in Queens or wherever, because people don't read. People just don't read it. And also put there no idiots and stuff like that, because I try and sell stuff all the time, and it's like, and he said, well, I'm driving for an hour and I'll be there at this time. And so how about you meeting me like 20 miles away? Well, no, how about you just coming to fucking pick it up where I've asked you to? Because I ain't moving anywhere, buddy. Do you know what I mean?
And this one, I can't bring it anywhere. Literally, it doesn't fit in any vehicle I have.
I didn't realize it was so big.
Pounds. It is huge.
Yeah.
The box is huge.
I checked the item out, not on eBay, but on like for sale, and it's like it's a very impressive thing, and I think for your neighbour, it's too impressive. I think also because it's not only a smoker, it is a barbecue. It's a multifunctional tool, isn't it?
Yep.
So I think you have to advertise it as a smoker, come barbecue, come whatever it is,
Do it like in a local.
Yeah, like Craigslist or whatever it is, But
Craigslist is too many fucking weirdos.
I agree. That is the problem, But I think you just need to sit on it and bide your time and.
Well, I mean, it's right now. It's sitting in my backyard. I have a tarp over it, and it's on the dolly. I got to clean out my garage, probably this weekend to make some room and store it in there.
Yeah.
So I can put the car in.
Yeah.
So, it'll sit there until I get to sell it.
But it's definitely an impressive piece of kit. It's.
I could care less about the actual barbecue. You've invested in a dolly You've invested in a tarp.
No, I had the tarp.
As Mrs. B has company over or birthday parties or fundraisers or whatever she's doing, you need to take the dolly and move it to another section of your limited yard. I am more fascinated with the dolly.
I want to know how much the dolly was. How much was the dolly? Is it plastic? Is it wood? Is it?
It's solid steel. You can't get a dolly that's plastic that's going to lift up 200 pounds.
Yeah, the dollies. It's not wood. It's what do they call it? Like it's not plastic. It's not wood. It's
MDF or something like that. Like
it's metal.
No, it's not metal either. It's kind of like it's a really, really hard plastic.
Yeah.
And it's rated, it's a furniture mover dolly. It's rated for 1,000 pounds.
So at the end of this whole fucking thing, when Jane from Mumbai is long forgotten, when at some point you actually get rid of this barbecue, unless you give it to a Christmas present to someone because you can't sell it, you're still stuck with a fucking dolly that you have no use for.
There's always use for a dolly. There's always use for a dolly.
I think we're going to have an update in about 4 months, ladies and gentlemen, that Big B is the epicenter of selling a dolly.
Mark this down now. 4 months from now, we're in July, so it would be November.
Sometime before Thanksgiving, Big B will be selling this fucking dolly.
No, but in his garage, right, he's probably got a lot of shit. He could put all that shit on the dolly and then move it around the garage as need be.
True.
I think if he needed a dolly, he would have bought it 10 years ago. He specifically bought the dolly to move the fucking barbecue, which still
did 100%
next door to his neighbor. When
100%, I bought that dolly. I bought that dolly to move the barbecue around. 100%.
See, if my neighbour said to me, "Look, I've got an extra barbecue sent to me. Do you want to buy it?" I would be looking at no more than £50.
Yeah,
£50 would be my top whack. And if he started going on anything like that, I'd think he was on drugs.
Yeah,
well, you looked it up. You see how much it retails.
But yours
is what it's worth. But you also got it for nothing. I know that.
I went in a shop today with Mrs. AFKA, and it specializes in hot tubs, actually. And the hot tubs go for about £10,000. And he said, in the height of the pandemic and stuff, people were buying them, the showroom ones, at above what they were asking for. They were offering like £2,000 more. But the reason we went in there, they sell outside kitchens in there. And they're like probably about 6-8 foot long with a fridge built in. And they've got the barbecue and they've got the worktops. But yeah, I mean, they're going for £4,500, you know?
Yeah, when you're talking hot tubs, pools, anything during the pandemic, although we're coming out of this, my kids said, you said if the portable hot tub, if everyone liked it, you'd buy a new one. I will. We can't get it for a year.
No, he said it there. There's a waiting list. It's like about 18 months, 2 years.
Just like wood is starting to drop. I got an inside tip that lumber is starting to go down, but like lumber over the past year, you know, you want a fucking board for your deck and you're paying $200.
Will you be buying more lumber in the near future?
Once it decreases in price, I do need lumber for a few projects. Yes. But not at the price it's at now. Absolutely not. Number one,
would one of those projects
number two, it gets me out of a chore.
Would one of those projects be making room for a brand new smoker that somebody has?
Pickup. Yeah.
Could you not drive over? Like, you know, kill two birds with one stone. Drive over to New York.
I would love one, but I would like to think that if I was buying said smoker or Stu, you would give us a rock bottom price. Perhaps just pay me the shipping.
He will throw in some jerky or something, would you not, Brian?
I'll make some good stuff and send you.
Now, mind you.
Now, keep in mind, this grill that I have retails for a certain dollar amount. I am selling it for less than that. I'm not looking to make a profit. I'm just looking to get rid of it.
I think you need to be 25% below the retail price.
You're a Jew. You fit completely
Because
in that New York.
I am not Jewish in the least.
You're turning into one. And here's the thing, Stu. Even if he said, DK, I will gift you the smoker / barbecue worth X amount of dollars, he would rape me on the shipping, just like that damn T-shirt.
It would be at least 1,000 for the shipping.
I will 100%. I will give you this for free if you pay me $1,000 in shipping.
Yeah, well, I remember the $15 T-shirt that cost me $75. I will never forget that from 2015.
Not only did I pay for the T-shirt, but mine actually disappeared in my house, and it just vanished.
You can't blame me for that.
No, but mine vanished. So I think I only wore it once or twice, and it's just totally disappeared off the face of the earth.
All right, listen, we've got a lot of stuff to get to. We'll track this barbecue as shows go on. Do you want to hear about my lawn?
Absolutely.
All right, I'll tell you. This is very brief, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're following the show, my neighbor cuts my lawn because I apparently cut it too short. I have a tree, it's like a sycamore tree or something like that, and it sheds bark. So for some reason, the neighbor thought that was going to clog his lawnmower or something, so he only cut his half of the lot. Well, of course, I woke up last Saturday and I said, fuck you. I'm going back to my nice short lawn that I don't have to cut every week. So I did it. Here's the deal. He didn't even bitch. I walk outside the next morning. He's matched it to me. I have scored victory on the lawn guy. That is short as mine to match me. This is going to be fun. We're going to end up with dirt by the end of the year.
No, so next time you can just next time you cut his as well. Be the bigger man.
I don't want to because he'll yell at me in different languages and say boya boya. Or
I think you're just educating him at the moment, so he's learning.
It's a weird relationship. They're very nice people. They hand vegetables to me over the fence. The nice lady who speaks less English than him tries to tell Melissa, my wife, how to water plants and care for them and prune them, and it's so much fun.
So I still need an explanation because there's not a fence or anything there. It's just at a certain arbitrary point.
Right.
You stop.
You go by the eye sort of thing.
It's right in the middle of the dryer vents.
But you make it sound like you've had a surveyor out and you know exactly the dotted line, the dotted property line. This is exactly where I stop from the middle of the dryer vent, and you like mark it off.
I didn't do that. He did. So now you can kind of follow it. And it's like a Hatfield McCoy. It's like the Mason-Dixon line, right?
The picture you sent was the most ridiculous thing because you could clearly see where you stopped and his lawn started.
Right.
But that
right
to me just looked like
if you took a measurement, I bet you were pretty accurate.
That just looked like an arbitrary line where you said, fuck it, I'm stopping here.
You actually have to turn left and eyeball where the middle between the two dryer vents are, and you turn right and cut straight down the line.
Here's what I want. I want to be your neighbor who lives directly across the street, so I can sit out on the front porch and watch you two retards figure out where the line is to stop mowing.
This is like East Berlin and West Berlin.
Oh my God.
I never started it. I care fucking. He's the one that started cutting my lawn. I'm like, fuck, if you want to cut my lawn, go ahead.
Oh,
but I'm not the Mother Teresa of lawn care. I'm not about to do his side. Anyway, Choo Choo Stew, sorry. I need a sound effect for this thing. I made the first slip up as Stu said I would. Sorry. AFKA told me today that after all this discussion about his Instagram and eating proper and not putting they're not cheat days, they're treats online, he informed me that, by the way, I am going to be eating more carbs. I have hired a trainer and a dietitian. I would like to get the epicenter of this after you're telling us how disciplined you were.
I am disciplined. I have been very disciplined, and I finished phase 1 of my my year-long plan, and I'm now entering phase 2, where I've been seeking some professional help. Or actually, professional help has been seeking me more likely, really, because I haven't seeked anyone out. But
so this needs to be told. How did said self-help seek you?
Well,
and how did they find you?
People have been touting for my for my business online, and I've had several consultations with people on the phone, basically through Instagram, and people have been offering their services here, there, and everywhere. And I spoke to a young lady a few weeks ago who was very professional, and we'd done like a Skype call or whatever it was, a Teams talk call. And she touted her business to me and told me what she could do for me. And then
is she like a podcast editor?
She's not a podcast editor. No, these are.
I mean, you know, you get these spams. I don't trust this.
No. Of course, there's loads of spam stuff, and you got to sift it out. But yeah, and I had a person today. I've had a few actually, and I had a call today from someone, and I've taken her up on her services.
So, did you vet this person? Have you looked at this? Is just some random person from Instagram that said, "Oh, hey, I'm a dietitian and a personal trainer.
I'm a podcast editor." Exactly.
Yeah,
and I could get you an audience for $280 a week.
Yeah.
Did you check out the license of this person? Do they have a website? Do they have a clientele? Have you spoken to any other clients?
Some yeses, some no. Yes, I have checked them out. And do you know what? Sometimes you got to go on the gut feeling as well. But I have checked them out. I have checked a website out. No, I haven't spoken to other clients. But after speaking to them, finding out where they live, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it.
So this bureaucratic Instagram bullshit has said to you, hey, AFKA, you can start eating carbs again and enjoying your life.
No. I've been enjoying my life. I'm
going to make sure that you survive phase 2, basically.
No, it's not quite like that.
When did you start breaking this into phases, by the way? You sound like Doctor Who.
Well, I've completed phase 1 and now I'm on to phase 2.
How many phases are there?
they're 2 phases.
Oh, this is it.
Yeah, that's it.
Kind of like lockdown. Once you get out of phase 1, you're not, eating indoors, outdoors anymore.
It's my personal journey, and phase 2 is the last part of the journey.
So it sounds to me like phase 2 is okay. I've done phase 1. I've lost all the weight. I'm exercising. I'm running. I'm doing all this. Phase 2 is okay. I get to go back to doing what I was doing before, because now he's going to eat all sorts of carbs. He's having the treats, which is the cheats.
Right. No, they're treats. They're conscious decisions.
Right. So he's eating, fried. He's eating McDonald's and fried fucking hot dogs or whatever the fuck he was eating the other day, and now he's going to eat carbs and pastas and all of this stuff. So basically, he's going back to where he was before, but he's just going to run more.
No, I'm not. I'm going to run less.
Now he's going to run less.
You're resetting your ketones. Is that what you're doing? You're resetting.
No, I'm not resetting my ketones. I believe I don't know yet because I haven't got my schedule, but I believe I'm going to be running less.
It's going to give you a schedule.
I'm going to be running less, and doing more workouts. I'm going to be focusing on muscle. I believe.
Muscle, okay, and that involves carbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
It involves a balanced diet.
I am in no means an expert. I always thought you were. I never understood how you could do that much exercise and live on lettuce, which is 90% water.
Well, I didn't live on lettuce. I had a balanced diet, but I was, a little bit weak on the carbs,
the carbohydrates. Which every night you would message me, "Oh, the carbs! You're not going to wake up in the morning. You're eating carbs."
No, I
carb.
must admit, I do worry about your diet. I am concerned about your diet because you eat a lot of burgers. I'm sure it's enjoyable to eat, but I can just see those
lean ground beef. I mean, I like a balanced diet. I don't know what Big B does, because remember, we never heard anything else of Big B, but he was not eating potatoes or bread for 2 days.
For 2 days.
Yeah. Oh, Big B or me?
Remember when Big B? Oh yeah, I'm coming back to bread. I'm coming back.
Oh yeah.
Bullshit.
Well, that was, for, a couple of days.
Then, I bet you your fucking green powder is crystallizing on your desk right now.
No, actually, I have a brand new one here because I'm almost finished with the other one.
I'm no expert on all this, but the only thing I don't want to be cutting back on is my toes. All right.
What?
My toes. I don't want my toes to be cutting back. You know?
Okay.
So, which happens with, with a lot of weight issues and stuff like that. So, I'm trying to do is just be a bit more healthy than I was
what
before.
What are you talking about on your toes? Like a bunion?
No, what he's talking about is if you become diabetic and you don't take care of it, it affects your feet a lot. And you could have if it gets really, really out of hand and you don't take care of it, you could lose toes.
Well, it's true. It's true.
It's 100% true.
And I was on.
If you get too carried away, but hopefully you catch it. But I don't think you got to get herbs.
Tell that to the people that have lost their toes, and it's,
you can't because it's too fucking late.
Well, it is, but all I'm saying is that's my personal thing, and I'm just thinking
you're worried about losing your toes. You're not worried about a limp dick. You're not worried about getting colitis. You're worried about losing your fucking toes.
That all I'm doing is just I'm looking after myself and I'm doing the best I can. And I'm giving it 1 year, and then after a year, I'll probably be eating burgers and shit like the rest of everyone else,
Well, let me tell you, when you talk to your trainer,
let
them know, and I'm sure they're well aware that grilled food is good, and there's a grill available that they can have.
Exactly.
$1,000 shipping anywhere. Now, listen, is your, because we got Buckland, we got Angus McDooley. I know we don't have you, but it's like having a piece of toilet paper stuck in our ass. Is there any way that your trainer would be interested in speaking with us on Cave Crew Radio?
I don't know. We're early days of our relationship, so
I'm sure she'd love us. We're lovable guys.
I'm sure she would. Absolutely.
Well, wait. So can you describe this?
Yeah, does she have a name? Let's go back to the old way of doing.
I can't tell you her name. I'm not going to tell you.
You'll come up with something.
Her name would be unfair.
Let's call her Sheila.
Let's call Sheila. Yeah,
okay.
Sheila. Does Sheila have all her limbs?
She's got all her limbs, and she's a musician.
And she's a musician.
And
older, younger, middle age.
37-ish.
Nice.
Blonde, brunette, redhead.
Blondish.
Blonde-ish. Obviously fit.
I didn't really pay attention.
Well, that would if you're looking for a trainer and a dietitian, you would want to pay attention to whether they're fit or not.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I suppose. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Very fit.
You don't want 2-ton Tessie eating fucking M&Ms on the site, giving you advice on ketones and not losing your toes. Because I guarantee you that Sheila doesn't even know if she has any toes anymore. She hasn't seen them since 2008.
That's true. That is true. It's actually excellent advice there. But
we're only trying to help you.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. It's
How about this chimed in saying Big B smoker. I don't know if they want to make an offer or
I'm willing. If you're willing to come pick it up.
Would you ship it to Arizona?
In all seriousness, that would be very, very expensive because it's a freight shipping. It doesn't go through UPS or FedEx. It has to go through a freight company. So those companies run very, very.
Have you tried one of these TV shows where they sort of like bid against each other on the shipping?
Maze. Yeah, I love it. Now, how about this idea? Did you ever think to not burn the bridge with Jane from Mumbai before it was shipped? Make the sale and then change the shipping address, which would have been at no cost to you, and you could have turned said profit.
No, because there was no guarantee that it was going to come. Keep in mind, the first one was supposedly returned.
Oh, ye of little faith. Ye of little faith.
Jane from Mumbai
promising us that the second thing was going to come. You were betting it. You were gloating.
Oh, for sure. I was almost positive, but in the case that for some reason they figured out that they sent me the first one that they lost and stopped it before it actually went out, then I'd have to give the money back and all of this.
Well, worst case scenario, you give the money back. Don't cash the check.
Well, okay, what is this, 1972? Who writes fucking checks?
Well, just hold the PayPal amount in a separate chamber until the fucking thing gets... Anyway, we've talked enough about this fucking poker. Keep update us next week.
Someone would buy it, I'm sure,
I'm sure.
But I would maybe
fucking neighbor.
Just maybe get in touch with the TV show and tell them that you want to ship this. It's really important, and they might feature you on the TV show.
If he throws in the dolly and the tarp, the neighbor will take it. I guarantee it.
Is that the sweetener to the deal? Should I put that on eBay?
Added. It's value added.
Should I put that on the eBay listing? Includes tarp and dolly.
Well, it might be a game changer.
You in 10 minutes.
For me, the dolly would be a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could just go to somebody else's trash and find one.
Is that where you got your dolly?
No, I got mine from Lowe's. And you were asking how much it cost. It cost like $25. Stu was asking.
I really.
You could have got a skateboard.
I really question if this thing's going to hold up to lift 200 pounds for $25.
It's rated for 1,000 pounds.
Yeah,
it's composite. It's
Which
I'm trying to remember what it is.
I've just got a good sales technique. Maybe do a video of you cooking something on your one, and then link that on your YouTube, on your eBay account or whatever.
There you go.
Become a distributor.
There you go. You too could cook like this.
Yeah.
If you bought this.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
And then, unfortunately, due to the shortage of microchips in Korea, there's only one left for the highest bidder. Call Kane at 1-800.
I brought something off of a QVC the other day, and it was like a late night. I just flicking through the channels, and they were like doing like a George Foreman type grill.
Oh, and that copper one you sent me.
Yeah, and I was thinking, well, we need a new one because the sort of non-stick's wearing off, and the woman's cooking the most greasiest burgers on the planet. Yeah. And she's got 4 burgers, and look how the fat drips off. We all know about that. I'm not really bothered about the fat dripping off, but there's 4 juicy burgers on there, and they must have like panned right in to make the grill look big and the burgers look big. Because when I got mine, I mean, I wouldn't fit 2 of my burgers on there, let alone 4. It's like it's like that, you know. It's good, it works, but and the woman's wiping it with like a, what do they call them, microfiber cloth.
Yeah.
Just a damp cloth. Look how easy it is. I cooked the first time I got it. I gave it a little wash, gave it a little wipe, and I got some prawns or shrimp or whatever you call them. Yeah, and I threw them on, and I put some scallops on there as well for my lunch, and shut the lid, let them cook for a couple of minutes. Put my shrimp on the plate. Turned it off, went off and ate them. Come back, it was stuck like shit to a blanket. It was stuck like shit to a blanket, and like I'm thinking, God, it didn't look like this on the TV, you know. But I mean, I got it off, but it wasn't like they said. I put it near the sink and I washed it off with a cloth and a bit of a sponge, you know what I mean? But it's all right. We mostly do toasted sandwiches on it, you know, so.
Yeah,
now, I have a question for you, AFKA. Now that you're doing all this, and I see these pictures of these wonderfully laid out plates that you've done, has the itch to get back into being a chef reignited in you?
Absolutely. I don't think I'll do it as an everyday job to a certain degree, but I've been looking at even buying a restaurant.
Oh, that would be awesome.
But in reality, it's not really going to happen. I just think it's too much money and too much work. But
in my retirement, I would come and be a intern.
But I honestly have been I've been looking at premises, just looking and like looking online and thinking, oh, could I do that? Could I do that? But I would like to do it. I don't think I could trust anyone else to cook what I want to cook, if you get what I mean. I couldn't take a day off.
Yeah. You'd have to weed them out. You'd have to.
I know, but yeah, I really would love to do it. I really would love to do it.
I would call the restaurant AFKA's Fine Dining.
AFKA's Fine Dining. Okay, listen, we're running out of time. You gotta give me a minute here.
Have you got any stories?
Yeah, I do, but I gotta write this down. I have more written down than I have them. All right, here we go. Yeah, you wanted stories last week. And why isn't it showing? Oh, it's fantastic. I can't.
Are we doing my stories now?
Well, I want to, but can I not show Hang on, man. I'm gonna have to do a weird thing and refresh. Hang on. Everyone stay there.
I might need to refresh myself, but if I disappear off camera, I'm just briefing with my lawyer. He was just calling me, so I'm still here.
All right. What does he got to do?
He's got to refresh with his lawyer. He says.
Oh, okay. There we go. That's what I wanted. That's why I refreshed, ladies and gentlemen. While he refreshes with his lawyer, let's do it.
And now for another lecture. News editorial with Big B.
All right. We haven't done this in a while, but Choo Choo Stew wanted to do it. And hang on a minute. I got to get the story up. And we've got a challenge on this one because, well, you tell the story, baby.
That's your second warning on the name, by the way.
So this story came about, I guess, a couple of weeks ago, and we didn't get the stories last week. So this was in line to be on last week. We put up the story. The story that I found, at least, was from the New York Post, a local newspaper here in New York, widely well known, worldwide. Everybody knows.
Very reputable.
Very reputable. So we put this story up. I found it. I put it up on the Cave Crew page because we always keep up to date with fun stories like this. And it stayed up there for the entire 2 weeks until apparently I didn't even see it. DK brought it up to us in our private chat. Apparently the Facebook fact checkers,
independent fact checkers have gotten a hold of this story and said it is false. Yeah. And who is it? Does anyone out there actually know a Facebook independent fact checker? And why would they be on Cave Crew Radio? We have a mole.
There's something going on. And, so I went and looked, and I see the entire story is now grayed out. And, it's been fact checked and all of this crap. So I replied in the comments of the story to Mark Zuckerberg to go fuck yourself.
Yes. Fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. You are a douchebag with a Napoleon complex who needs a booster seat to talk to Congress.
Right.
So go.
And also needs to, we hope you get a bot fly inside your eyeball.
I hope fucking you get cancer of the fucking nuts and they have to fucking, take the knife to them.
So anyway, we originally did a story like a month ago, let's say, about the Tokyo Olympics and X amount of condoms. I don't remember. And you posted this, like you said, from the New York Post, a very valid newspaper. It's not like it's like .co.eu.kk. Warning, don't click on this link. It's the New York Post. But some independent fucking face. It's probably Jane Mubai's second job.
It's going someone sitting in their chair at home going like eating their breakfast. No, this is not real. This is not true. And it's
right. They arbitrarily pick and choose. And if it's Jane from Mumbai doing it, you know what? Fuck her twice. That's the reason why.
I don't think they're looking into stories with depth.
Obviously someone in the Cave Crew Radio Facebook group, and if you don't know that we're a comedy show and we like to laugh and we like to read about weird news, and excuse me if something isn't 100% accurate, that's
some of us may have slept on cardboard beds
like
in our time.
If that's all you got to do, go play Sakudo or Words with Friends, you fucking bastard.
There you go.
That's our opinion of you, independent Facebook fact checker.
Oh, Facebook and fucking Zuckerberg can go suck a dick. I on with the story. So we will report it as accurate. And it's quite in line with what's going on tonight because tonight's the opening ceremonies to the Olympics. So it says the world's best sports competitors are set to spend their nights on cardboard beds, which, according to one athlete, were allegedly designed to collapse under the weight of fornicators to destroy Olympic officials have set up 18,000 of the cardboard beds in the notoriously sex-crazed Athletes Village.
Sex-crazed. I like that.
Sex-crazed Athletes Village. Beds to be installed in Tokyo Olympic Village will be made of cardboard. This is aimed at avoiding intimacy among athletes. American distance runner Paul Kalimo said, or he tweeted. Beds will be able to withstand the weight of a single person to avoid situations beyond sports, Kalimo cracked. I see no problem for distance runners. Even 4 of us can do. Meaning they don't weigh a lot. So 9 stews now.
How about gymnasts though? They can probably balance on.
Well, this is
what about the Paralympics that people have got limbs missing, or they might be shorter in status than, do you know what I mean? They're dwarves or something like that.
This is where Stu doesn't
you could have 2 dwarfs on there.
Talking about limbless people.
What about 2 fornicating dwarfs?
Mention it.
2 fornicating dwarfs.
Anyway. And the bed would never know. The bed would never know.
So my question is, after I write this down, hold on. My question is,
Jason Scott.
So no, he's saying to put the mattress on the floor. The floor,
but it's made of cardboard.
The floor is not.
The mattress isn't made of cardboard.
The mattress would still collapse, and you would be. And what do you do? Get a red card?
So wait. Here's my question now. So it says beds will be able to withstand the weight of a single person to avoid situations beyond sports. Now, within the Olympics, you have quite the wide range of
physiques,
body types.
Yeah.
So you have like the distance runners who are very, very thin and very, weigh like 120 pounds, right? And then you have the professional weightlifters, the shot put throwers, who are monstrous people who weigh 350 pounds. So how do you rate
sumo wrestlers?
And if there's sumo wrestling in the Olympics, there is sumos, that weigh 400 pounds.
What if you got like a weightlifter that's teamed up with a long distance runner?
And this is what I'm saying. How do they figure out where's the breaking point in this cardboard bed?
Yeah.
Obviously, there are some flaws to this.
Could you not just stand up and do it like from behind or something?
But do like weightlifters only date weightlifters and runners only
or just take the blanket and put it on the floor and risk rug burn.
I don't know. Another Olympian, Irish gymnast Rhys McClenaghan, said in a video posted to his Twitter account that although the beds are made of cardboard, they're perfectly sturdy.
Well, they would be, yeah.
In the video, McClenaghan jumps up and down on his bed to illustrate how the furniture doesn't crumble under his weight.
Have you ever tried to break open a fucking Amazon box?
Just tonight, actually. I ordered this hose and I couldn't open the fucking box.
You can't get it open. You can't break it for love nor money.
I need a first aid kit.
The 100% recyclable cardboard beds were designed by the Japanese company Airweave.
Okay.
Airweave. But officials are apparently aware it's going to take a lot to keep players out of the pole position.
Out of the pole position.
Going back to the original story that we talked about, they're distributing a cache of condoms to the athletes, as they have at every Olympic game since 1988. This year, the condom tally is 160,000.
I wish I would have went to the Olympics. All they do is fuck. Who cares
but are they going cross country with this, or are they just sticking like? to their own countries. I would imagine they would be sort of like
just give me Michaela Maroney for 10 minutes. I'll put her on a cardboard bed.
So here's a fact that I'm sure nobody knew. They're giving out 160,000 condoms this year, but that is a far cry from the amount that was doled out in the last Summer Olympics in Rio, in Brazil in 2016. It was 450,000 condoms.
So
almost half a million.
So you're saying in COVID, there's actually a recession of sex the Olympics.
But are they branded? Are they Olympic condoms? Because they're probably putting them on eBay, which is probably why your smoker's not selling.
Yeah, because everybody's buying Olympic condoms. They say this year Olympic officials insist the condoms are so athletes bring them home to spread the message of safe sex. Our intent and goal is not for the athletes to use the condoms at the Olympic Village, but to help with awareness by taking them back to their own countries.
So instead of lemonade stands in the fall, ladies and gentlemen, or Girl Guide cookies, you're going to have Olympic branded condoms being sold at craft stores.
Right next, when you go looking for Blue Mountain Pottery this week, you may see an Olympic condom right next
door, and it's more valuable than a Wayne Gretzky rookie card.
There you go.
Probably more valuable than one of Mark Spitz's gold medals. This is amazing. But I the part that gets me beyond the cardboard bed and all this is how they cut back the amount of condoms to the numbers you reported, 25%.
I'm amazed. Well, I'm astounded at the number that they quoted giving out in Brazil in 2016. 400, almost 500,000 condoms. 450,000 condoms.
And see, I remember reading like books when I was coaching and how like soccer teams and places like that would tell the athletes to refrain from sex because, you know, I don't know if it was the testosterone or what it was, but it would cut down their performance. Whereas now it's all become a fallacy because all they do is bang. It's glory holes in every chamber of the Olympics.
I wonder if
this is where we're missing out with the CCR glory hole. We brought this up. We have the idea. We're missing out on a huge opportunity.
And how ABC Wide World of Sports did not partner with Pornhub I'd rather watch all these people fuck than these boring sports like how they shoot fucking things and walk at a fast pace or ride bicycles in a circle. I want to see these people fuck like it's Noah's Ark of fucking sex.
And especially like the Japanese and that, they love all of these sort of TV programs where you can sort of like blowjob under the table, who comes the quickest and stuff like that. So
I agree.
And with this cardboard bed theme,
move to the modern day sport.
I'm sure with this
Earth contest, who comes the quickest, premature ejaculation, whatever, penis pole vaulting. I don't know, like
penis pole. Can the gymnast land on the penis?
Yes. Testicle balance contest. Do they hang perfectly even?
Balance contest.
All this because of a fucking Facebook independent fact checker. Fuck you.
Fuck Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg's a douchebag.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna remove this one. We've got more good stories here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, and the next one we're talking about sex.
Yeah,
this one leads right into it.
What a perfect segue.
And this is why I lined it up this way.
You are a genius. This is why I handed the news over to you.
So we were just talking about sex. You're not allowed to have sex in the Olympic Village. If you're not allowed to have sex with another human being, what's the next best thing?
Is that Sheila?
A sex doll.
Oh, I thought it was Sheila. Okay.
So in this report, this is about sex dolls gone bad.
Ooh.
The headline reads, sex robots could be prone to violence and end up strangling humans, experts warn. While robotic sex dolls are all the rage when it comes to non-human companionship these days, they're not without their downsides. Not only are they incredibly expensive, especially if you go for the really good ones, but experts have warned that they could even become violent and end up physically harming their human owners if they experience coding errors.
Or if you buy one from Big B on eBay, they're really expensive.
That's next. After I sell the barbecue, I'm selling sex
dolls. Yes, yes.
So now keep this in mind. The last line, they could become physically harming their human owners if they experience coding errors. So there's some guy that went to years of college, a brilliant person who could code, write programs while he's in his sleep. His job is to sit there and code a sex doll.
Yeah. And I didn't know their hands moved. I don't know enough about sex dolls that they could.
I guess.
Turned on by that though. If say Sierra the sex doll with those beautiful 44D silicone tits, as I was like motorboating them and she started choking me, I think that would be really cool.
Good luck with that.
I don't know. Well, it depends.
World battle with her. It'd be like a battle royal on a cardboard bed.
So a doll collector with the really real name of Brick Dollbanger.
Brick Dollbanger.
Brick Dollbanger.
That is the name for tonight's trivia. Brick Dollbanger.
Brick Dollbanger.
Yeah.
He told the Daily Star Online that if the robotics behind the dolls isn't properly regulated, a coding error could see the dolls gaining free will and turning against their owners. It scares me to death. It's a machine, and it's always going to be a machine, he said.
It wouldn't scare me to death. I think the excitement is hoping there was going to be a code error.
I'd like slice her back and start playing with the wires. Like I mean, I'd love a Linda Blair experience with a sex doll.
She could, like you said, DK. Maybe choke you or slip a finger somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
I'm just thinking of the other end.
Malfunctioned her hand off of your shoulder and put a pinky in the stinky.
You never know. Do you know what I mean? One man's coding error is.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Because companies want owners to have as realistic of an experience as possible. These dolls are being made with better quality materials that aren't easy to overcome. If you've watched the movies like Ex Machina, because I honestly believe synthetics are going to look very similar to that movie. It's not going to be something you can hit with a pipe and it's going to fall apart. If you think about it, humans are bone and muscles, but some of these sex dolls are made of steel. I've always said when a synthetic can support itself, that synthetic is going to be much stronger than a normal human. It's going to be more durable. Instead of having bones, it's going to have high impact plastic or aluminum frame. It's going to be very strong.
Our next audio drama needs to be about a malfunctioning sex doll. We'd be rich. And still can be penetrated anally by her toes before they fall off.
There you go. Unless you stop it with with some kind of projectile or a gun or something like that, if this thing has got out of control, it could do some serious damage.
Okay,
they
but
need a safe word.
Wait a minute. I have a couple of questions. First of all, the only thing they have is a vibrating pussy. Then they said they would be able to speak to you. At what point is this thing going to be able to stand and walk and move, cook you breakfast, and then cut your throat?
Exactly. If she cooks me dinner first, I'm not worried about the malfunction afterwards.
The only thing that works in there is the thing that goes zzz.
Yeah. It's a blob of plastic or silicone at the end of the day. Now, it's a very attractive blob of silicone, I must admit. But, that's what I think.
All right.
Sorry.
So, all right. So it's a blob of silicone. Now it's robot. Now, if you see in the picture, you see all the wires going into the head.
Yeah.
That controls it. And obviously technology has gone very, very far. We've seen these dolls speak. They can move and all of that. So now picture this. Picture a robot with, silicone and, feeling like skin. Their hand is on your dick. And suddenly an error happens and it squeezes really, really hard. You're not going to have
a golly, Miss Molly.
Right. It is a machine. And machines, have a lot of, power.
Yeah, well, we'll skip that little bit of the app.
Telling us to just get a $10 hooker.
I don't know. I don't think you're going to get much for $10. You're safer getting one of these, I think, than a $10 hooker. These are is there any price on these? Probably like $5,000 or something.
I don't see a price in here.
This one's really off the wall.
One last thing, as Brick is giving the entire interview. Brick Dollbanger, by the way, ladies.
I love that name. He can sue me.
He says, put it this way: it can put its arm around your neck and just stop you from breathing, and you won't be able to get away from it. Something as simple as that. A simple hug could be a constriction that could literally compress your chest and airway and stop you from breathing. Just as I was saying about the hand on the penis.
Yeah.
This is scary stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Do your due diligence and buy your sex doll from a very reputable dealer.
Check my eBay page.
I'll go for the disabled option that hasn't got any hands.
All right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
It looks a bit like Paul McCartney's ex.
Linda.
No, Linda's the one that replaced Linda.
Is it Heather McCartney?
Heather, yeah.
She's the one with no legs?
Yeah, one leg, yeah.
One leg, yeah.
This is the one I've been looking forward to. And hang on, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
We are now going to call the final story of the week.
It's time
for Big B's Big Bang Story of the week.
She's gorgeous, isn't she? First of all,
of the week.
And when this story is done, I have questions for Stu.
Okay.
This was in the UK, in Stu's area. The headline reads, UK poo bomber banned from defecating and urinating in public. A 50-year-old British woman who poo bombed her neighbor's property during a 25-year harassment campaign has been banned. 25 years has been banned from urinating and defecating in any open space.
Not just one. You're not just banned from pooing. You can't urinate either.
And the pun goes femme fatale. Amanda Lee from Crewe, Cheshire, has a lengthy crap sheet of 15 convictions stretching from 1996 to 2018, including incidents of antisocial behavior, harassment, and public order offenses, according to the outlet. Authorities also have accused Lee of repeatedly making nuisance emergency calls. Cheshire Police applied for a criminal behavior order, which the Crewe Magistrates Court granted on Monday. The order bans her from engaging in certain behaviors, including urinating and defecating outside, possessing booze in an open container in an exclusion zone, and using abusive language. Lee was also banned from calling the cops unless she has a valid reason.
Can you repeat that last line about the exclusion zone? I'm sorry, that caught me off guard.
Certainly. The order bans her from engaging in certain behaviors, including urinating and defecating outside, possessing booze in an open container in an exclusion zone, and using abusive language. Lee was also banned from calling the cops unless she has a valid reason. A criminal behavior order is sought once all reasonable avenues have been explored regarding persistent offenders. In this case, Lee's attitude and behavior has been ongoing since the 1990s, and she has been convicted numerous times for incidents that impacts greatly on residents. She has persistently shown no consideration at all for the actions her offending has had on others. The officer added, there comes a point when you have to say enough is enough and take additional action to protect the community in the business area. Now, Stu, I said I have questions.
Go ahead.
I have questions because this is in the UK. This is your area. The order bans her from engaging in certain behaviors, including urinating and defecating outside. Is this a regular occurrence? Can people piss and shit out on the streets of London? And this is normal behavior of which she is banned from.
Well, it's a normal behavior for some people. For everyday people, it's not really a thing that you should be doing. And as far as I'm aware, it's illegal to do such a thing. But for this lady, just by looking at her, I reckon she probably gets away with it quite a lot, you know.
I have to reckon that I have probably urinated in public spaces. I don't believe I've ever defecated. I'm sure we've all urinated.
Oh, for sure. You know, on trees or whatever. But this order makes it seem like she is being banned from doing this outside, as opposed to everybody else who is allowed to.
Yeah,
that's what the order sounds.
Exactly, like it's a normal thing that everyone in. Yeah, it's an everyday thing for most people just to, pop behind a phone box or, pop in and that.
So you could be walking down the streets of London and somebody suddenly just decides I got to shit, and they do it right outside.
Randomly defecate by the London Bridge.
Well. Some people, I've witnessed it myself on the public transport system.
They just drop their pants,
like literally on a platform on the underground. I've witnessed it myself.
See, I don't have as big a problem. Maybe I'm open-minded, but I don't have as big a problem with the urination.
No, I think us blokes, we're actually, I've got a story about that. I had an Uber driver the other day that done it outside my house in the bushes across the road. And my wife, I wasn't indoors, I was out, and I was out running actually. And my daughter is phoning me, and I'm trying to answer the phone as I'm running along. My wife went out and confronted an Uber driver that was pissing in the street, basically. And but my wife went out in her nightie.
There's not enough public bathrooms in the UK.
No, but my wife went out there in a nightdress, Like my,
that's an exciting story. So your wife's running out in her 90 with a guy that's defecating in the bush.
no, he was pissing. He was pissing in the bushes.
Okay, number one as opposed to number two.
Yeah. Yeah.
But would you recommend your wife to do that?
Well, no, not because, and the reason she did, because I went out and I was watching some guy who got out the back of his Prius. It got out the front of his Prius and jumped in the back of his Prius. And I thought that guy's up to what? Why would he go in the back of his own car? And then he was wiggling around in there. Then he come out with this bottle, and I saw the bottle and he dumped it on the side of the road. So I went out and I said, "You fucking take that with you, mate." And I actually phoned the police and tried to do him for indecent exposure, but they wasn't really interested, to be honest.
I thought you lived in a really nice.
But my street is really nice, but we get a lot of Uber drivers that like to piss in my road for some reason.
Now I have another question for you involving this story. The next thing that the order banned her from was possessing booze in an open container in an exclusion zone.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is like Chernobyl, the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Where is this exclusion zone in London, and why is it there?
Well, she's in Cheshire, so I'm sure they've got like parts of the town centre where they've got an alcohol problem, or they've had an alcohol problem. So they've said, right, within this square mile, there's no alcohol to be in open containers.
So basically, there are places in the UK where you can drink with an open container.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that unless you're out having a picnic in the park with friends or something like that, and and it's civilized, it's not very nice, is it?
Are you
Otherwise,
taking your blood pressure? What are you doing? You're holding your arm up, looking at your watch.
oh no, I wasn't looking at my watch. No.
Oh, okay, all right. I apologize. Anyway, so you can go for a picnic with you're in a non-exclusion zone.
Yeah.
But no defecating or urinating.
Preferably not.
Okay. Preferably not. There would not be a penalty, though, if you were observed doing so.
Yeah.
There's apparently a lot of things that we don't realize that are laws in London.
There's laws and bylaws and that, but, I mean, probably the rest of the world, they don't need to put it down as a law, do they?
Right. I'm pretty sure there's no law that is written in our law book, and I'm not a lawyer or a barrister.
I'm still here, but my cat is fucking scratching. Hold up.
Oh, tell her to fuck off. Anyway, I'm sure there's no written law that tells us not to defecate or urinate in public. It's just assumed. Is it not, Big B?
I mean,
it's just like
it was. Now I have to preface this because I mean it was a law here in New York as well. You weren't allowed to do that until our liberal shitty mayor rescinded that. So now you can piss anywhere you want.
So you are allowed also in New York to defecate or urinate in anywhere.
Yeah, it's no longer a criminal action. The worst you can get is a ticket.
So I can go down Broadway and urinate.
Yep, 100%.
Now I'm finding this as much strange as little Polyaliana here.
As the most you will get is a ticket.
So I've got to pee. We're on our way. We're late to see Hamilton in Broadway. And I cannot walk to the next public washroom. In New York, I can urinate, and the worst I will face is a parking ticket.
Basically, yeah. Because our liberal shitty mayor is releasing all the criminals and doesn't want to enforce any laws, so he decriminalized pissing and shitting in public.
I find all this.
But I think more like in England, I'm just guessing, but you'd probably get a jail sentence. Like if I was caught pissing in public, I'd probably get a jail sentence or something. But
what's a jowl sentence?
A jail.
Jail.
Jail. Jail. Jail.
You would get that. You used to get that here too. It was called indecent exposure.
Yeah, I'd probably get a jail sentence. You know, you go and touch up some little girls or something, and you'll get a ticket.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like the law is a farce, isn't it? Really, but
boy, this is.
But as for that girl, as for that young lady there from Cheshire, I mean, butter wouldn't melt in her mouth, you know. And I think it's like bullying the poor woman, you know. And I'd put £100 on it that her dog is a bull terrier type, some kind of a Staffordshire bull terrier or a pit bull. Just a guess.
Oh, right then.
Excellent. All right, we're running out of
We
time.
call it they're council dogs here, you know, just as a guess.
We're running out of time, and I feel bad because we have Mike Jolitz reads the news as well. Do you guys want a breather before the trivia?
I would like to hear Mike Jolitz.
All right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to jump in right now, ladies and gentlemen, to Mike Jolitz reads the news and the weather. And then immediately following that, we are going to close the show with our ultimate music, believe it or what, challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Still awake, AFKA?
Sorry?
Are you still good?
I'm still good. I'm looking forward to the
all right,
to the challenge.
And
I'm looking forward to Mike Jolitz as well.
I have a whiteboard of show names. I can just imagine what Big B has. Anyway,
You know, I've just got a quick question. On the Mike Jolitz reads the news poster there, is Mike Jolitz doing a weight loss challenge as well?
you'd have to talk to Mike Jolitz. We can forward the email if you send it to us at cavecrewradio@gmail.com. Mike Jolitz reads the news. We're running late here, AFKA.
Hello, Cave Crew Radio. Hello, DK. Hello, Sir Big B. And hello, the artist formerly known as Choo Choo. How you doing, Stu? It's time for the news. Nicolas Cage is acting with a pig in his newest movie, aptly titled Pig. It's going to be straight to no one gives a crap. Subway tried to give away 1 million sub sandwiches in an attempt to promote their new menu. Yeah, unfortunately, few people wanted their shit sandwiches. I'd take one and give it away if I could find someone to take it. Actress Dove Cameron has come out of the closet. She even identifies as super queer. Those are her words. What's that? Nah. Hey, everyone. I'm Mike Jolitz. I'm super straight. Get the fuck out of here. A mural of criminal George Floyd painted over a brick wall was struck by lightning and subsequently collapsed in a heap. That's karma right there. Demi Lovato has been in the news a lot lately. She posted a bathtub selfie of them, and as she puts it, in their purest form. I'm not sure who or what the them are she was referring to, but I saw no puppies. I don't know. Maybe she's confused. 80s glam rock band Cinderella lost 2 band members in one day on July 14th. Damn, that sucks. That's a bad day. Shit. Jeff Bezos and some other people blasted off almost into space. They're not astronauts, by the way, so don't call them that. You're going to make people mad. Yeah, no one celebrated when they landed safely back on Earth. No one. And finally in the news, the Milwaukee Bucks are the world champions in basketball. Yeah, that's awesome. I never had a doubt. Yeah, right. Alrighty, guys. That does it for the news. I got a few tidbits here. So, yeah, here are the tidbits. Busch Light Apple was voted BubWineBob.com's Beer of the Week. Biz Marquis died last week. Megan the Stallion is on the SI swimsuit cover. And happy belated birthday to Wild Horses Henry Baldwin. Happy birthday, dude. Alrighty, guys. Well, that does it for the news. Hey, it is now time for the weather. We're going to start off in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. where it is going to be a high of about 82 on Saturday, and Sunday is going to be about 90 degrees. So partly cloudy, not too bad. Heading over to London, we got a 90% chance of rain and a high of 72 on Saturday, partly cloudy on Sunday with a high of 77. And Queens, New York, where Sir Big B is, it's going to be a high of 82 degrees and sunny on Saturday and 82 with a chance of rain on Sunday. So enjoy your Saturday, Sir Big B. Alrighty, Cave Crew Radioites. Is that a thing? I don't know. At any rate, choose chow on a feeder send everybody. If you want to get me on the Twitter, it is at Mike Jolitz. If you want to email me, it's mikejolitz@gmail.com. Or you could call at 701-484-3657. Thanks for listening, everybody. I'll be back soon with some more news. And you guys take care of yourself. Back to Cave Crew Radio. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Has Mike Gillett's sound effects budget been cut?
I think he's getting better.
Because he's going all of this. I think his budget has been cut.
He's like the Orson Welles of podcasters. I don't know, but I can help him out because I'm doing voiceovers now, by the way. Anyway, I apologize. I had to privately urinate at the very beginning. This is a little bit longer of a show. Always great to hear Mike Jolitz.
Do you not have a bottle under the desk there, Big B?
Nah, I just run to the laundry tub or whatever's closest. I was bursting at the seams. Anyway, thanks, Mike. We love you. Keep the news and the weather coming. Awesome. Big B and AFKA and I love it. And what did he call us at the end? Cave Dwellers or something?
Cave Crew Radioites.
Oh, Cave Crew Radioites. I like that. I think instead of referring to everyone as cave dwellers, we should refer to them now as Cave Crew Radioites.
I like that.
I like it. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to mention before we go into our final segment, we were involved, and we're still involved as far as I know. The voting closed at 7:00 p.m. Eastern tonight. Cave Crew Radio was in the Elite 8 of the intro March Madness contest in July. And I really hope you voted. And, at first I just wanted to get into the Elite 8. Now I just want to get into the Final 4. And now I want to win. The thing I don't like about this show, though, is when you win, you square off against them. Like they're immune.
Yeah. But, I mean, there is one little loophole in their voting system, which if you vote, it says at the end, I can't remember the exact words. It's basically saying,
shh, that's our secret.
Yeah.
I know exactly what he's saying, and I've done that.
Not to mention, we have a really good. Have you listened to any of them? Every time we're against someone, I Google their podcast and I listen to their intro, and it's shit.
Yeah.
So if we have to,
we could put our intro as a show on its own. You know what I mean? It's
it's a concert. Like we could be on Broadway.
It's an piece of art on its own. The intro to Cave Crew Radio.
Could you imagine when we finally get through all this COVID shit and we do this thing where we all gather in a central place in the epicenter of the said gathering is a Cave Crew Radio show. and that intro plays, and we are nowhere to be seen, the crowd will be going crazy.
Absolutely.
I love our
can't
intro.
wait.
We
I
haven't
love it.
changed it. We put things in different places sometimes. We never changed our intro.
It puts hairs on my, the hairs on my arms stand on end to this day. Always have.
Deserve to win. And then, of course, the whole show will probably defeat us. But like what you said, we'll win. We'll win.
Yes.
And hopefully they invite us on the show. Actually, they should invite Big B and Mrs. B on the show because they're the ones that
done the intro.
Exactly. I know I do a lot of things as far as production goes, but it was
and Mrs. B would played the most unlikely part when you listen to it. Yeah.
I had absolutely nothing to do with the intro. I know I do a lot when it comes to production and commercials and segments and shit like that. I had absolutely zero input. All I said was, here's what I think, here's what I envision, and Big B came through with this absolute, what I consider a masterpiece of an intro.
I agree. It's I think it's one of the best, probably the best podcast intro I've ever heard.
Anyway, I'm not being nice anymore because you guys always piss me off when we do this. But yeah,
I really have to pee.
Well, go and pee.
Oh,
I'll talk to AFKA for a minute. Let's pull this off.
You gonna let me go pee?
Yeah, go pee. Yeah, we don't want any excuses. You just got to read his encyclopedia of music.
I had to pee, so we're going overboard anyway, and we'll probably go over our data on the show. But I should probably make this into 2 shows since I'm going on vacation next week.
Yeah,
I should probably do a part 1 and a part 2. I might do that.
He's gone to get his wife just to ask him some questions.
Some
music trivia.
So let me set this up, Af. As last week, you guys were tied in a vegetable duel, and you suggested that we do a musical edition of Believe It or What, which is going to start in a few minutes. And I really want to wait before I explain the rules for BB to get there, but I put a lot of work into this. I think we have a really good showdown because not only are you going to have questions, but you're going to have 3 categories to choose from. So this will make it as fair can be under myself as Brick Dollbanger.
Is there like if they don't answer answer the question, is there a bonus to the opposite side?
We could do that if you'd like. Anything is available. I'm gonna hide this. Oh, Big B really had to pee bad, ladies and gentlemen.
He has to. It's like you. He's got to walk several floors.
Yes,
of his mansion.
We will remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that Cave Crew Radio is now.
This is a production of Buckland and Buckland, barristers and solicitors.
All right. We are still awaiting Big B to arrive in the Believe It or What studios. I am now beginning to think, Stu, that he defecated as well.
I'm just thinking we give him 60 seconds and by default, I win.
I'm wondering what all those, we need to ask him what all those boxes are. He needs to.
He's a holder, isn't he? He's a holder.
Yeah, he needs to grab his
everything that he's ever bought on Amazon. He has got the box for.
right. So I think he needs to grab the dolly and clean up some of those boxes. Are you back?
Holy crap!
Yeah,
I had to pee like
Pissing like a racehorse.
we thought you were also defecating, by the way.
No, I just I have to go up all
Do you know
3 flights of
laundry
stairs.
tub?
Remember, I'm
Oh, okay.
no.
I guess we have it better. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to explain the rules really quickly. So both Stu and Big B requested a music-themed, believe it or what. I've extended it. I've tried to make it even better than it's ever been for this epic showdown. You will have 3 categories to choose from. They will be finish the lyrics, general music, or match the singer to the song.
Very good.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play Cave Crew Radio and everyone's favorite game.
Fact or fiction? True or false? Right or wrong? Let's go. It's time to play Believe It or What?
Or what, ladies and gentlemen? Music edition. AFKA again is the guest. I'm going to give you the option of the first question. The categories are, this is going to be really hard for me to score, but categories are general music knowledge, finish the lyrics, or match the singer and the song. What would you like?
It's very difficult to know how you've done this, really, but I don't know. I'll go and match the singer and the song.
Match the singer and the song. Who sings Song for Mama? Is it A, Tupac, B, Creed, C, Boys to Men, or D, none of these?
It's this total guess. I'm going to say none of them.
He says D. Here we go.
That answer is wrong. Incorrect. Goose egg.
Boys to Men is the correct answer.
Fair play. Fair play.
On that one, AFKA. Big B, which category would you like?
General
music is the category, ladies and gentlemen. Which of these instruments is treble clef only? Is it A, the viola? Is it B, the piccolo? Is it C, the tenor saxophone? Or is it D, the bassoon? Is it A, the viola, B, the piccolo, C, the tenor saxophone, or D, the bassoon? It's only treble clef.
Can I have the bonus one on this, if possible?
You are allowed 1 steal during.
Oh wait, now we're allowing steals.
If you wouldn't have taken a 15-minute urination break. Each of
you let
are
me go.
allowed 1 steal throughout the contest. Big B.
I would say the tenor was it the
saxophone?
Tenor sax, treble only, the viola.
The viola is his answer. He switched from the tenor saxophone, ladies and gentlemen.
That answer is wrong. Incorrect. Goose egg.
Do you want to use your steal, Choo Choo Stew?
Yeah.
Or AFKA?
No, I'll use it. I'll use it.
Okay, what would you take?
I would say the tenor. I think it was a tenor saxophone.
That answer is wrong. Incorrect. Goose egg.
Okay, I don't know anything about
I think it was a wind instrument, but
well, this is what I'm saying. Treble only. B. Piccolo. Treble is a high note, is it not?
Yes.
Well, a piccolo.
Okay.
Well, what's a viola? It's a fucking violin.
I have no idea what a viola.
Yeah.
Anyway, Choo Choo Stew, you have used your steel and have none left. 0-0. Stu, what is your choice for the next category?
What are the choices again?
You've got general music.
Yeah, I'll have general music, please.
All right. Separation means A, the rhythms are offbeat. B, that the notes are diatonic. C, that the melody instrument plays in harmony with the accompaniment. Or D, the piano is out of tune. Believe it or what, for the lead.
I'll go for C. I haven't got a clue, if I'm honest.
Okay, let's well, I thought you guys were music people.
That answer is wrong. Incorrect. Goose egg.
The rhythms are off beat is when
you never offered that to Big B.
I know you didn't offer
that
me
was
the steel.
Well,
can I take the steel
jump
now?
in. All right, Big B for the lead in this 0-0 contest in the topic of both of your choice. Match the singer in the song, finish the lyrics, or general music, which neither of you have done well at.
Well, I certainly don't want to finish the lyrics. I'll try match the singer to the song.
Match the singer in the song.
I'll try it.
Who sang Waterfalls? Was it A, Mariah Carey, B, Sugarland, C, TLC, or D, none of these? Who sang Waterfalls? Believe it or what?
That would
does
be
not have a steal.
That would be TLC.
TLC. Let's see if Big B knows.
That answer is correct.
What a load of bollocks! I don't even know who TLC are, man. I mean,
TLC. That was an all-female R&B group in the '90s. Don't go chasing waterfall. The fucking chick, the chick known as Left Eye burnt down the house of Atlanta Falcons wide receiver, and some other chick died. I don't know.
There you go.
But it was TLC.
Someone at least has to reach 2. By the way, Big B, this is such a long show. We can break this into 2 parts.
Is there? How far do your questions go back? Are we doing any 50s?
It doesn't
60s?
matter. What?
Well, it does to me because the 90s. I didn't listen to any 90s shit.
Well, that's
like TLC.
What is your?
I listen to metal, and I knew TLC.
What is your next choice, AFKA?
Well, I'll go for finish the lyrics. I've got just as much chance of finishing them as answering any of your other questions.
Here we go.
Let's hope it's red wine. Goes to my head.
All right. To turn and run when all I needed was. To turn and run when all I needed was A, the truth, B, a lie, C, a joke, D, an answer. To turn and run.
Well, it's only going to be the truth or the answer, really, isn't it? I'm just going to go for the truth.
Choo Choo Stew says A, the truth for the tie.
That answer is correct.
Oh boy, we've got a duel.
I thought one of the answers might have been to urinate, but
Do you have what that song was? Because I don't know
No,
what that song
I just have the lyric and the finish. I didn't have time to do that much research. I apologize. For the lead, you still have your steal, by the way.
Yes.
What category?
Let's try the singer with the song again.
Oh, you're.
you realised how easy they were compared to the others.
Well, you didn't take it. It's your own fault. Who sings "Yanking Out My Heart"? Is it A, Creed? Is it B, Kid Rock? Is it C, Nickelback? Or is it D, Hinder? Yanking Out My Heart, believe it or what?
What were the? It was Creed,
Kid Rock,
Kid Rock,
and Hinder.
Nickelback, and Hinder. Yanking Out My Heart. Nickelback. I don't know. I have no idea.
For the lead.
That answer is correct.
Oh, come on.
That was a lucky guess because I have no fucking idea.
2-1, AFKA. What do you want to play?
Just play one at random. No, I'll do the same again. Finish the lyrics.
He said absolutely no luck. And finish the lyrics. All right. Well, you did get one. You're right. So to tie it up. All right. Here we go. Oh, Lord. Snap your fingers. Do ya? So it's snap your fingers.
Just speak in English.
Snap your fingers.
Yeah.
Do ya?
This is not
A.
60s or 70s, is it?
I have no idea. A, step. B, wanna. C, sing. D, dance. Snap your fingers. Do you step, wanna, sing, or dance?
Wanna.
Let's see.
That answer is wrong. Incorrect. Goose egg.
So now, if Big B wants to steal, this should give him victory because
I have no idea.
he's
No,
not
I
going to
want
use
to
the
hold on
steal.
to it. Just
What
in case.
category do you want?
I have no idea. What was the answer?
Sorry. The answer to it was a step. A step.
Step. Okay.
Snap ya fingers. Do ya wanna or do ya step? There was no wanna in there.
All right then.
AFKA.
Well, let's keep going with the category I'm doing well in. Match the singer with the song.
All right, let's do it. All right. Who sang Buy Me a Rose? Who sang Buy Me a Rose? Was it Kenny Rogers, Kenny Chesney, Kenny Paul, or Kenny Jones? Who sang Buy Me a Rose?
I don't know who the last two are.
Buy me a rose.
That still doesn't help me.
I'm going to say Kenny Rogers. Hey, I have no idea.
That answer is Correct.
Kenny Rogers.
Right out loud.
All right, Stu.
Well, I'm up 3-1 now.
Yeah, I'm going to give Stu a chance.
Okay.
I'm going to give him a 2-point question.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
Can you make it like rap of the 1990s, please?
No.
By some American band I've never heard of.
You have one chance to tie, but then Big B can finish you off. And you know he's going to say choose Match the Singer. What category do you want to challenge? I mean, we were nice to Big B last week. We gave him lots of.
I'll go for the music, general music.
Oh, we're going general music. This is the hardest category of them all. All right. Indonesian gamelan instruments include A, gongs and pots and pans. B, sling flutes and rayang. C, metal piccolos and a drum kit. Or D, lutes and saxophones.
B.
You're going with suling flutes and rayang.
Yeah.
For a tie.
That answer is correct.
How did Stu know about gamelan Indonesian instruments?
I went out with an Indonesian girl once.
Right.
He's lying his ass off. He guessed
for the victory. Including,
right,
now, I'm going to put the weight in Big B's corner. Big B also has a steal, which means this allows him 2 guesses for the win.
2 guess.
Okay. Because I didn't use my steal
so
yet.
He still has a lifeline for the win to maintain your championship. In Ultimate Music Championship, we may not have AFKA back for like 2 months for him to go after you again.
Right.
What is your choice?
I'm ready. Oh, match the.
He's going
the
to
singer and the song.
continue with match the singer and the song. I think I have more of these.
Give him 8 options.
No, unfortunately, there's only 4. Who sings Mary Jane's Last Dance?
Oh, come on.
Is it A,
He's going to get it.
Tom Petty, B, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, C, the Heartbreakers, or D, none of the above? Who sings?
Wasn't it always Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers?
Well, even if the Heartbreakers weren't there, it's going to be Tom Petty. So, and he's got 2 guesses.
Wow.
But I always thought it was always Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
I don't know.
Maybe
Right,
the
so
Heartbreakers had a night off.
Yeah, right. All right, so I'm going to say Tom Petty.
He brings out all these obscure questions. Then at the last minute, he brings out a Tom Petty question.
Wrong. Incorrect. Goose egg.
Okay, so I'm going to say Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
So this is using your steal.
I'm using my steal, and I'm going to say Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
That answer is correct.
It could have been
It was one or the other.
They could have released it on their own. The Heartbreaker.
No, the Heartbreakers never did anything. But I didn't think I always thought it was always Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Was he ever just Tom Petty? I guess.
I believe Tom Petty done albums.
Who was he when he was with Roy Orbison? And
Well, that was the Traveling Wilburys.
Yeah, that was completely different. That was the Traveling Wilburys, but it was always Tom Petty. And
Tom
Humphrey.
Petty has done solo stuff, I believe, but I could be wrong.
I think we've picked one of AFKA's favorite musicians for the.
I do like a bit of Tom Petty, I must admit.
All right, thanks for playing, guys.
Fact or fiction? True or false? Right or wrong? Let's go. It's time to play Believe It or What?
Or what, ladies and gentlemen. And Big B is always looking for opponents. If you're listening on live or on podcast, cavecrewradio@gmail.com, or message us without reporting stories false in our Cave Crew Radio Facebook group. Anyway, so look, I was thinking of something here. So this show has gone like double. So I can release this now in 2 parts. But I am away next Friday. So, but either Saturday or Sunday, I am able to record if you want to do a bonus show, Big B.
Yes, that shouldn't be a problem.
We'll figure it out. But we're going to release this because it's such a long damn show in 2 parts. So you guys can, you're not overwhelmed with 2.5 hours of Cave Crew Radio. It's time now to name the show. I should get a spare piece of paper because I filled up my own. Choo Choo Stew. Or AFKA, whatever the fuck you are, what did you name the show?
I didn't name it.
You're allowed to.
I didn't make any notes, if I'm honest.
And nothing caught your attention.
Well, there was a couple of things that caught my attention that I noticed you two writing down, but I would go with those 2 things. But I can't remember what they were.
A lot more than 2. All right, I'll just rip off a few here, baby. Butter melt in her mouth.
Okay.
AFKA fine dining. I have finished phase 1. Oh, we lost Big B. I haven't even finished yet.
Maybe he was offended.
Maybe I get to name the show. Let's see if Big B pops back in. I also had, I bought a dolly. I don't know where I got this one from. I'm not moving anywhere, buddy. I'm looking for one and I can't find it. Oh, the UK poo bomber. But where's the one? Oh, this is my favorite one. It was stuck like shit to a blanket. He always has them. Oh, there he is. I was going to forfeit his choices. Let's get him in here. Did you hear my choices?
I did not. I don't know what happened.
You like to restart. Okay. I'm going to do it quickly again. Butter wouldn't melt in her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I have finished phase 1. I bought a dolly.
Okay.
I'm not moving anywhere, buddy. And it was stuck like shit to a blanket.
Nice.
With an honorable mention that is too long. It will collapse under the weight of fornicators.
Okay.
I'm going to guess Big B has 15.
No, he's got about 4.
I have 7.
I knew he'd have a lot. There's too much tonight. Alrighty, let me get a swig of beer and go ahead.
Okay. First off, we're going to end up with dirt.
I don't remember that.
I was talking about you and your neighbor's lawn and mowing it all
Oh,
the way down
yeah,
to nothing.
yeah.
We're going to end up with dirt. Okay.
I also have stuck like shit to a blanket.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know if you said it. AFKA's fine dining.
I did originally, but I left
okay.
when you came back. Yes.
Okay, so I have 2 fornicating dwarfs.
Where was that from?
Yeah, that was on the cardboard boxes, wasn't it? The cardboard beds.
Yeah.
I like that
one. You ready?
Yep.
Noah's Ark of Sex.
Okay. Yep.
A Linda Blair experience with a sex doll.
Hang on. Experience with a sex doll. Yeah.
And this one is my favorite. The Mother Teresa of lawn care.
Okay. Teresa of lawn care. All right. So if we kind of narrow it down a little bit, we both did say it's stuck. It was stuck
like shit to a blanket.
Like shit to a blanket. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
We both had AFKA fine dining, and that was it. And you like the Mother Teresa of lawn care. AFKA, you know what? I'm not even going to vote. I'm going to let you decide the name of the show because we don't know when we're going to have you back again.
Well, my favorite was 2 fornicating dwarfs.
I kind of like that too.
I mean, that works. I have no problem with that.
It's an eye catcher, isn't it?
It certainly is.
The others will certainly make it on the most excellent show notes of all time. And if I do this in 2 parts, I do need enough show notes for 2 shows. So the name of part 1 is 2 fornicating dwarfs. And how about we name part 2, the Mother Teresa of lawn care?
There you go.
And then Big B and I will certainly do a show at some point next weekend, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, this one was long, so we'll cut her in a special 2-part AFKA presentation. Stewie, great to have you over the past couple weeks. I don't know when your next vacation is or when you can join us again.
You know what it's like. I hardly get any time off these days. So
well, and listen, we don't want to pressure you back into our dark cave.
I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that I don't get bleeps on my phone app. You know, the National Health Service app.
Yeah.
Everyone's is going off bleeping. It means you've got to self-isolate for 10 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just praying my phone doesn't pick up my other phone.
Well, the rest of the world is opening up. The UK is going backwards.
Well, we're going backwards. Yeah. But hey ho.
All right. Well, anyway, listen, no pressure. We know you needed a break, but at the same time, you're welcome as a day in May.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you'll be back. It's an addiction, and you must want to come back to beat Big B. Believe it or what.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll have a ultimate cooking barbecue. Believe it or what, next time.
Yeah. A barbecue one would be good. Yeah.
Another thing you guys have in common. So many opportunities.
But I don't think I could ever beat the king of the barbecue, but hey ho, I could try.
I don't know. You never know. Anyway, folks, thanks for joining us. Thanks for Mike Jolitz for participating. And of course, AFKA, aka the artist formerly known as Choo Choo Stew, for joining us over these past, what will be 3 weeks, because this is a 2-parter. We'll see you soon. Thanks for listening.
Thank you very much for listening to the show. Now stay safe, take care, and wash your hands.
I want you to pack up and get out.
Get the hell out of here!
Go. Just go. Get out. Get the hell out.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.
Shut up.
They say, is Donald Trump an intellectual? Trust me, I'm like a smart person.